Welcome back, everyone, and yeah, I'm so excited for today. We are going to make nabe. Yay! Yes, nabe is basically a Japanese hot pot dish. So you basically put everything in one dish and you eat out of it, kind of thing. There are so many different flavors of nabe that they usually dedicate a whole section in the store when it turns fall season. Yeah, there's so many. You just go and look and see what kind you want, and I actually just base mine off of what I like in the picture. So today I got this one, and this is actually Chanko Nabe, and Chanko Nabe is actually really famous for sumo wrestling. I usually just look at the picture, and as you can see, there is some mushrooms, there's carrots, there's tofu, there's some chicken there at the bottom, and there's some like little meatball thing going on, and they've got some cabbage and some leeks. Yes. And that will be basically what you would want to put in something like this. And they will usually have directions for you on the back on like what you should put in there, how much, and yeah. But me being me, I get what I like is this, and I look for the main ingredients that I like on the picture, but then I'll change it up. So like there's tofu, but I'm not going to put tofu in mine because I'm not a big tofu fan. So I have some sliced carrots here, and I'm just going to make them a little bit more fancy for the nabe, and I'm going to use my cookie cutter. You can use any cookie cutter that you like, as long as it has a sharp edge on it. So you just put it on and you cut it out like that. Yeah. And you have yourself a nice cookie. Or not cookie, but yeah. So now I have all these really cute carrots. Yay! And don't worry, the ones that are left like this, I use them for either just eating myself with like some Caesar dressing or ranch dressing, or I will cut them up even smaller and put them in soups, or I'll just throw them in my curry. Yeah, you can still use these. Don't throw them away. Still use it. Don't waste food. So before we go any further with preparing our nabe, let's talk about the dish. Yes, this is like a traditional type of dish that you would see and use for your nabe, and it's ceramic, and yeah, it just opens up like this. I've used it many times, and they've come out with more modern ones now that are just like steel and things, but like this is the most traditional kind or whatever. And yeah, I find I like this kind better because it helps me proportionize, if that's a word now, according to RuPaul. But yeah, it just helps me visualize how much will feed me and Naoki, and this pot will feed me and Naoki. It seems quite big, but you gotta think it's like all vegetables and some meat and a lot of soup, and that's it. And that's all you're eating pretty much, except unless you're adding some rice or noodles to it. So yeah. Now it's time for the leek, or negi is what we call it here in Japan, and we're just going to cut this at a very sharp angle. Just like that. And we're going to throw this piece away, but yeah. And you can make them quite big. So you have like this. So after you have your vegetables into your pot, we are going to put the soup or the stock that you have bought from the store, and yeah, then we'll do the rest. Now if you were going to put mushrooms in it, you need to put those in there now as well. So the next thing is we are going to start to heat the soup up, and after it gets to like a boiling point, I'm going to add the chicken, and I am also going to add the little meatballs. And these are the meatballs that I get. They're pre-made. Sometimes you can buy special ones that have mochi in the middle. We did that last time and it was really good. But yeah, these are what they look like at the store, so go ahead and get some. This is the chicken, and I put a little bit of salt and pepper on it just to help season it a little bit. And yeah, that's gonna go into the nabe right now so that it gets nice and cooked. So the next and last thing that we have to actually prepare is the cabbage. Yes, this is Chinese cabbage. It's a little bit more delicate than regular cabbage that you would get. So this is what they always use in pretty much every single nabe. Yeah. So this is always at the store all year round. Now the one thing I am adding to my nabe that is very different are these soup gyoza, or that's what I like to call them, because that's what you put these in soup. You don't fry them, you don't deep fry them, you just put them in soup. Yeah, so that's what we're doing because we're having soup pretty much. So I'm going to put these in right after the meatballs, and then I'm going to top it off with cabbage, and when the cabbage is done cooking, that's when it's done and ready to eat. And now we're going to add the meatballs and cook those. My little munchkin over here, being all stylish. Someone's gotta be. Now you just let that cabbage steam there on top, and you're pretty much good to go. You might be thinking, that's a lot of cabbage. It shrinks. If you know anything about those leafy greens like cabbage or spinach, they shrink to like almost nothing. So yeah, put as much in there as you want because it's a really good filler and it's cheap. Okay, it is now time to check the nabe. If you start to see the soup come up around the rim and you see the steam coming out the little steam hole, usually that means it's about ready. So let's see. Oh, yeah.
Bonjour Bob, je vais bien, merci. Oui, j'adorerais venir avec vous. Les enfants.
Maybe you'll like some of the
Les
gyoza.
prochaines lettres sont Nous attendons pour le bus.
Usually with this dish and little Mary, I make her something a little extra so that she'll eat. Like tonight I made her some pasta to go with it because I know she won't really eat a lot of the stuff in it. She ate mainly the gyoza and the meatballs, but that was about it. Yeah, she wouldn't really touch anything else. She tried it, but then she just spit it back out. But that's usual for her age. So yeah, I hope you guys get a chance to try your own nabe. And yeah, let me know in the comments below what type of nabe you guys like. See you in my next one. Bye.